So you're ready to do your first live show. You've got all the things you need. You've got everything in place. You've gotten in touch with the promoter. You've been part of the scene. What's next? Well, my number one rule in terms of getting a show, staying in contact with the promoter, and just being professional in general is that I need your email. If I don't have an email, I don't have a way to contact you with all the information that you need. I don't have a way to keep track of things. I don't want to be messaging bands off Facebook. I want to be in there, in your inbox, with all the information and you in mine, and that's the best way we can communicate. So I need your email. Next, when it comes to performing a show at a music venue or at a festival, you need as much information as you can, and you need to give me as much information as you can. So getting the promoter's name, their telephone number, and their email is a really good start. Some promoters might not give out their telephone number, but they'll definitely give you their email. You also need to make sure they've got your name, they've got your email address, and a phone number, especially if it's a festival. Then you need to know where you're going. So you need the venue name, their phone number if you can get it, and an email address if it's an external promoter working in an internal venue. You also need to know where the venue or the festival is. So in advance, find out where the venue or the festival site is. Look up how you're going to get there. Look up if you need to get parking, if there's any public transport options, if that's a thing you need. And make sure you plan accordingly. You don't want to be late. Talking of being late, we always have this thing about musicians being late, but if you can be as on time as possible, it's going to just come across as so much more professional. Your first time that you need to be there is what's called the load-in time. And even if you don't have any equipment, you need to know what time to get to the venue. You don't want to be there too early because no one's going to be there, and you don't want to be too late because you'll miss everything and maybe even sacrifice the opportunity to perform. Next up, you need to know what time you've got a sound check. If you do get a sound check, some bigger artists may have a long sound check to start with if they're headlining, but if you're a sport act, this will probably be later on. A sound check is really important. It's crucial to getting your sound right, so you've got to be there on time for that. You need to know what time you're performing and how long you're performing for, so you can get ready in advance, let everyone know when you're playing. It's great to see all the artists on the lineup, but if people are going to be there specifically to see you, let them know what time you're playing. You also need to know how long your set is. So if you're told you've got half an hour and you only got 2 songs, that's going to be an issue. So make sure you know how long your set is and if you can fill that time. Most music venues and festivals should be paying you for your time, especially because the amount of time and effort you put in advance and the time you spend getting to the venue or the festival, performing and coming back, that's a time out of your day. The amount you get paid may not always equate to the amount of time and effort you put in, but at least something in return is always good. There may, of course, be opportunities where you don't get paid, but you think it's a good idea. Really, really weigh up your options with these and make sure it's the right thing for you to do. The thing you don't want to do is get involved in a pay-to-play scheme where you're paying the venue or the promoter or the festival to get involved in their event. They should be paying for you at least. Don't pay to play. This also comes in the forms of selling ticket for a venue in return for you playing there. You are expected to bring a crowd, but as a qualification to play the venue, that's a different thing altogether. If you've got anything technical that you need to get across to the sound engineer when you're at the music venue or festival, then you need to send that in advance and make sure you've got the right amount of information back from them to know that you can do your set effectively. If you're playing as part of a band as well, you need to know what backline you have to bring or will be provided for you. Backline is anything like guitar amps, drum kit, things like this. Doesn't include the sound equipment like the microphones and the stands. That should all be provided for you. Some promoters and venues will expect you to bring your own sort of backline and share with other bands in certain cases. This shouldn't be applicable at festivals, and you shouldn't be expected to bring a PA and a microphone for your first show. When you've got all that information, another really good piece of information is to find out how to promote the event, what time everything is announced, artwork, all of this sort of thing to share with people that you want to come to the show. You're going to get into a promoter or a music venue or festival's good books if you promote the show really well.